Good evening, everybody. This is Ziana with Janae's Forte. Thank you for tuning into It Is What It Is podcast, day 2. The topic of the day is money in relationships. Why is that so important? Let me tell you why. Pride, ego, and abuse. A man and a woman. A woman's pride in a relationship when it comes to money is she wants to make sure she has it. You don't go to anybody else and ask for it. She got you. She's taking care of it. A man's pride in a relationship is the same thing. However, 9 times out of 10, women don't lose or women don't use pride when it comes to not having money. Some women literally abuse it and say, you're supposed to take care of me. You're supposed to do this for me. So that's the abuse that comes in when it comes to women. Some women make it known that they're gold diggers, that they have to have money from you in order for you to kick it. They have to have money for you in order for you to stay with them. And ego, when it comes to men like to show off their money more than anyone. They like to go to the strip club, spend dollars on unnecessary shit, and feel good. And it's not necessarily because of the women, it's because of the niggas around them. They want to show that they got money, they're good, they don't need nobody, or I got the club, I'm the big nigga in the club. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. I feel like when it comes to ego for men, they want to show off. When it comes to ego for women, they want to be the one to do it. They want to be the one to do it. They want to be the one to have everything. They want to be the one to have all the materials and all kind of different things just so they can continue looking good. Ego. They have to look good. That's where the money come in. Getting breast implants and BBLs and all of that shit. Unnatural shit. Surgical. Medical. Mechanical. Teeth. All of this. Money, fucking buying things. That's their ego. So when they walk in a room, ain't nobody not looking nowhere else because to them, they're perfect. Abuse. Like I said before with women, the abuse when it comes to women is they feel or make a man feel that they're supposed to do that. Oh my God. Let me give you an example from what I heard. I heard this woman say, fuck this man because he ain't giving me a dime. I don't fuck with niggas that don't give me any money. Shouty. He got it all twisted in the head. That's spoiled as fuck. And honestly, this crazy part about it is it works for her. Men give her whatever the fuck she asks for. I've seen her get a car from a nigga. I've seen a man pay her bills while he's in jail. I've seen her get pregnant by somebody else and still keep this man around just so he could continue to be in the child's life and pay her bills because he is so wrapped up to make sure his daughter is straight, even though it's not his. Because she was able to convince him that. Abuse. I, in my loving, living life, have never done that to anybody in my life. I have never even really straight up asked anybody for shit. And if I have, I really needed it. And you knew I did too. So it wasn't like I'm just asking just to ask. This isn't necessarily all about me. However, I'm just speaking it out because there are some women out here who really grind my gears. It makes me upset. And I feel sorry for you men out here. Y'all don't deserve a woman who only wants money from you. I'm sorry. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is not only to provide. Honestly, your purpose is to provide, but you're not supposed to. You don't have to. That's what women get it twisted. When you're in a relationship, if a woman comes to you and says, hey, babe, I need money for my lashes, this, and then turns around and asks you for gas, turns around and asks you for food, turns around and asks you for pay a bill, that's your child at this point. Because before she met you, she was getting it from somewhere else except you. But because you decided you wanted to do it for her and give her the D and love her and listen to her, it's going to drive you nuts because that's all she does is ask, 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 demand, 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 and expect, expect, expect. But you so tied up in the pussy probably. You're comfortable because this is your first relationship probably in a while. And you've been a bachelor. She's the baddest you've ever seen. So because she looks the way she looks, she can get what she want. That's sad. And that is very much brainwashed to me. Sorry, abuse to me. You're very, very trapped, my nigga. And then when it comes to abuse from women, some men will do it willingly and be like, I got that for you, so that's how you feel? Or I took you on a date, so you gonna leave me hanging? Yo, I don't have to do a bitch ass thing. I don't have to. So that's where it comes in hand when it comes to the abuse part, because there's so much expectations and it's really sad. When it comes to relationship, in my opinion, I don't like to worry about money so much. And why is because money eventually will show true colors. And sometimes the colors don't really need to be shown, because in certain situations, sometimes people's characters can be overwhelmed and they don't know why they're acting the way they're acting. But because this is something that's new to them, it may be too drastic for them, dramatic. It can make them show a color that they may not have known they had. But to you, it's true. To you, it's crazy. To you, it's this because you brought that to their attention. For example, if a woman comes into the house and she's coming home from work and the man is already home, he's not at work. The true color part is when you met this man and he did not have a job or any type of income coming in at the time. Everybody has hard times, so don't judge. However, when you met this man, this is how he was. The true colors set in because you're now showing eventually you come home. Why the fuck you ain't doing shit? That. The true colors on your end is that you've been with this man. So now you look like you're a gold digger. Like you're tired of not getting money from him. No. What it should be is you're tired of not seeing him make his own money. What's going on? You talk to him. So instead of bringing out true colors out of yourself and that person by triggering them or attacking them like that, you get a better understanding and speak to them like, babe, what's going on? Do you need help? Do I need to help you? I'm your partner. What's going on? I can help you. That's a great color that you want to show when it comes to money in relationships. And vice versa. You know, men come home and they're so tied up in being the provider so much that they forget the purpose of why the woman is at home with the kids, taking care of everything. And it's a little emotional because there's some women who do get abused that way. They feel that they only can stay home. They don't have a way. And that shows colors in the man because he's not allowing the woman to be great. But at the same time, she chose to do this. So it's like, if you chose to stay home and be a house mom and you're taking care of the house, but you've been complaining because you don't get to go nowhere, you don't get to have the money to do what you really want to do, even though the bills are paid, you don't get what you want. So you get mad and you start lashing on him. Yeah, you did it. And it makes a man who's hardworking and does provide feel some type of way. He starts to show his true colors or a color he didn't know he had and get angry with you. You ungrateful bitch. Da-da-da-da-da. When she's not ungrateful, she's tired. She just wants more. She wants to know where to start. She's frustrated. She's taking it on you because you're her husband or boyfriend. The purpose on why people stay in situations like that is because they have not been brainwashed either that they're not worthy enough to get more money, or they take so much that that's their thing, that's their trait. If you're not getting it to me, I'm gonna get it somewhere else. There are men like that too, but that's a lot of women, and it's sad because women are supposed to be able to provide for themselves and allow a man to make the option if he wants to provide for you and your kids or just yourself. That's a bill. That's a responsibility at this point. And I don't commend that. Like, I really don't. It does definitely drive judgmental situations and competition. I remember one time I came across a couple that they were arguing. She was like, I paid for the food. Why you can't tip? He was like, well, because I put my gas in the car. I paid the rent. I got your hair done. Da da da. Like, he was just like going in, and she was just like, what the fuck? You're supposed to do that. He was like, supposed to? And I was like, yeah, he's not supposed to, but he does for you. You can't leave her a $6 tip, bitch. But the reason why you're complaining is because you're not working, because he's providing for you, which you chose. So if you wanted to tip and pay for the food and do all of these things and you don't want it thrown in your face, then that's when you get up and do what you got to do with your own money, sweetheart. How do you help the situation? To help the situation to get and avoid it is you have to have equal mindsets. One person has to come in a relationship with money on their own and already been doing okay. The other person has to be doing the same or better. There's always got to be one that's good and better. Or better, sorry. Ain't no good, bad. And if there's a bad and there's a good, that's when it comes to communication. That's when it comes to an understanding. That's when it comes to all these different things. And then you can join together. That's powerful because communication gets you here. From right here. It gets you here. Being honest, being real, being open with that person, trusting that person. I don't believe in 50-50. Honestly, I feel like if we go out to eat and, if you don't have it, I'm not expecting you to pay half of what the hell we're doing. I'm willing to do it. It's okay. I take men on a date. I've taken men on a date. I have given money, been generous as hell. No, I have never had a bill paid before. Never. For me, never. Ever had a bill paid for me before. I paid everything by myself. And I'm not bragging. I'm just letting you know that I'm my own backbone. But when a man wants to step in and see that I'm okay but wants to be my backbone, I'm still going to have my back. But he can help me so I can do more for us because I love to go out. I love to get my new neat things. Now I can get my nails done. Now I can get my hair done. Because before, when it was just me, I couldn't afford to do that. Sorry, but I'm not a boss ass woman. I'm not what y'all want to portray the world that you're supposed to be. I'm not. I don't have the money to waste on things that I know I can't afford. Why would I waste it on that when I can put it on something that's important like food, shelter, car, shoes, clothes, my daughter at that, whatever she's interested in. That's always first. Every time I buy a pair of shoes, she gets a pair of shoes. That's just how I've always been. I don't believe in 50-50 because when you're living together, I don't believe that we're supposed to split the bill evenly. No, I feel like when you're living in a relationship with someone when there's money involved, I personally believe that a man should want to pay the bills. I believe that a woman should also want to pay the bills too. However, I believe that when it comes to a man should want to provide for a woman, not take care of a woman, provide. Here's extra. Here's this. And, whatever. Giving love and sharing things, like, it doesn't always have to be about money. That's the problem with this generation. But because it's so important that if you are already in a 50-50 relationship where you're paying half this, he's paying half the rent. He's paying half the rent, you're paying half the rent. That's a roommate. When you're in a relationship, he pays the rent. You pay all of the bills after that. The lights, the gas, the car, everything. If he wants to step in and pay all of that, that's on him. But as far as a relationship, I believe the man should really pay the rent. Because that's automatically home. That's where he lays his head. But when a man leaves and he goes to work and he's a hard worker and you're at home and you do go to work or whatever the case may be, the lights are on, the water's going, all of this stuff, that's your use. You pay that part. That's the only 50-50 I'm talking about, an understanding, but not splitting things 50-50, 50-50 all the time. And that's how it's supposed to be. I don't believe that's how it's supposed to be. I didn't grow up like that. I've also didn't grow up to see what it's like for someone to take care of my mom before. I've never seen that, so I don't know what that's like. But one thing I really would cherish is marriage. I believe that marriage is a very, very great business because once you're married and you're with this person, no matter what happens, you guys are good. Somebody got you, somebody got you, he got you, she got you. You've got to always have each other's back. Don't give up on each other. You know, being in a relationship with money has caused problems because you allow it to. You don't allow it to cause problems. You go from it. You know that money can show something different out of someone. Money can make things better. Sometimes it can make it worse. You don't want it to hit that rock bottom. You want it to elevate. If one is stuck wanting a house and the other one is stuck okay with the apartment, that's going to cause money issues in a relationship because you want to save so bad for a house, but she's not because she's so stuck into the present of what's happening now. But when you work harder and you get more money, you elevate. You don't give up. You don't backlash. You don't abuse the situation. You don't spend unnecessarily. Money in a relationship, to me, the reason why it's so many problems is really because women expect, demand, and expect. And I'm sorry to the women out there who do that, gold diggers or manipulators or abusers. There are some men who hold money over women too. However, I really believe that the reason why they do that to us is because at one point there was a woman, or that woman has made him feel like he was all about money. It was no love. Honestly, I'm in a relationship right now myself, and the person that I'm with and I love, I got to know him. Crazy enough, he had a job, but because of COVID, it stopped. So I didn't see money coming in from him. I just saw him, and I already had my life together. I wasn't expecting anything, nor did I really ask for anything. All I wanted was him. And when I eventually got him, it still was no money involved because I noticed that he may have money issues too. I have money issues. I spend too much. So I also like to give. So it was kind of like when he didn't have it and I had it, he had that pride. Like, damn, like, man, I don't want you to do this for me. I'm a man. And I'm like, I got you. That's a wife material thinking. I got you. There's no money issue here. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to complain or mistreat you. This ain't no competition. Because once you get on top and you got some money, I would at this point hope that you would be here for me when the times come, or when you just want to be there for me. You want to just show love financially. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. And I'm not even a materialistic person. However, there's nothing wrong with getting flowers. There's nothing wrong with someone just buying you something sometimes. Taking you out on a date, dinner, buying your kids things, whatever. Um, before you guys go, just leave a comment how you feel about this whole entire podcast today about money and relationships. Do you feel like women abuse men when it comes to money? I really believe so. I really believe it started with us, and not us because I don't do it. However, women, yes. Or do you feel like all of this abuse started with men when it comes to money? Do you feel like men have the more issues with money in a relationship, or do you feel like the women do? That's a really, really big topic and a good question. However, I feel like it's the women's fault why things are the way they are. Have y'all noticed they have the damn videos of gold digger, trying to get her to the car. As soon as she see that Lambo, she like, never mind. I'm sorry for being a dick. Nah, bro. If a man don't want you, he don't want you. If he see you got money, he gonna use you. He ain't gonna try to be with you. He gonna use your ass. That's a difference. Because we manipulate to make you feel like you love us just so we can take your money. But then men will definitely see that you got money and hold his to himself and make you spend yours. It's fucked up, but at the same time, it's just like, where does the issue go? Where is the problem at? What's going on? I've never liked having money issues because it's really draining. It's negative. I don't get stolen from. I leave my money around my man. He don't take it because that's not his money. That's not his mindset. I love that because I can trust him. You know, whenever he wants to go ahead and provide, we're not married. So when you want to provide for me, thank you, babe. Thank you. And if you don't, I got me always. Always. And even if I am a stay-at-home mom and you decide you want me to stay home and you love me, oh, my mama best believe I'm doing something to make me some money legally. And I'm going to make sure the house is clean, the kids is good, you got food coming home. I'm going to make sure there's peace, as I already do. But I'm going to make sure I got money in my own pocket because I'll be damned if somebody look at me and tell me I ain't shit because I ain't got shit. Nope. And I never fix my lip to tell somebody that either because you never know what somebody going through. If I would have judged the man that I'm with right now that, oh, he broke, he ain't got no job, he got a job, but COVID fucked it up. You got to be a willing woman and understanding woman to respect that. And I believe that's why we're strong today. Because he met his match. A strong, good woman next to a strong, good-looking man. Straight up. Thank you.